Hey guys, Scott Owens here with Mimosa Research. Have a topic that I've struggled with how exactly to make a video for this, but you're kind of going to get my one take. I'm not going to put a ton of energy and effort into this because the person who's the subject of this video does not deserve a ton of energy and effort, other than to say the other than to say we've had a cancer in our groups for a long time. And unfortunately, the cancer was the person who owned the groups. As an owner of a Facebook group, you could you have absolute godlike powers over the group. So you could destroy the group. You could kick moderators in and out. You could kick members in and out of the group. You could handpick moderators. Just a whole bunch of stuff that an owner of a group can do. And I belong to a number of groups that were created by one person in particular. And early on, nobody had any idea that this person was a concern. I will say that this person has pled guilty to fraud. The nature of the fraud was for people who were interested in resurrecting a certain firearm from history, bringing it back into being. And he admitted to going around to various people in the firearms industry and various enthusiasts and basically accepting a lot of money, in many cases $10,000, from individual members who were interested in resurrecting this firearm, and using those funds for personal to pay personal bills. Feel free to look all of that stuff up on your own. The point is that person has pled guilty to that specific crime, and starting very recently, I got notice today that he has started his period of incarceration. So I wish him luck in his future endeavors. However, that leaves the issue of what happened in our groups and why I'm going to be abandoning certain groups and restarting those groups without his ownership, putting together a collaboration of people who have control so that there's no one individual who can who wields all of that control over the group, because we've done some great things in our group. We have, as a group, collectively documented historical firearms as they've reached the market. Really proud of the work that we've done there. We've collected that data, we've published it, made it available to anyone in the world who has the link and who wants to see and view the data. And I hate to see all that work evaporate. I belong to a group where I have personally collected all the data over time. And that is, of course, as many people know, the M45A1 Custom Shop group. That's data that I have collected over, well, the last 10 years, I think, and kind of kept track of the comings and goings of different models. So I want this person no longer to be associated with any group that I am in. I will no longer be participating in any group that he is in. I am a member of, I'm not only a member, I'm an admin of several of those groups. And I am going to start new groups under the Mimosa Research ownership. And I really hope that that you will join me in those groups. I will say that I have ordered things from this individual and have not gotten them. I paid him in advance, and the items have not arrived. That has happened to many members of our groups. The oddest thing is that there have been several things, and I'm talking small amounts, right? Like, I'm talking nowhere near $10,000. These are like patches and challenge coins and stuff like that. So, my loss is not huge, and it hasn't really been a big deal, but it's always bothered me. It's bothered every moderator and admin that I know about that's been in that group, but we've been powerless to do anything. Now that he is incarcerated, I feel empowered to use my admin/moderator status and create a new group and encourage members of the existing groups to join the new group. And I do this with the blessing of the remaining admins and moderators of that group. And some of them, I believe, would join me in ownership of the new groups under Mimosa Research. Not sure that will apply in all cases, but my plan is to do that for at least the two M45A1 groups. And perhaps the other groups as well, although I don't know that for sure. So all of this is to say, again, good luck in your future endeavors, you person who I do not hold in high regard. And we will be exercising you from any group where I have any power to do so. And the only way that I can do that is by starting a new group with under the Mimosa Research name that multiple people aside from myself have the ability to do owner tasks within that group. That way we don't have a situation where we have a single person who can take advantage of that group, and there will be a measure of accountability. Hey, super quick addendum. There are groups that I am not a admin to. I may be a member of, I may not even know about the groups. This particular individual had groups all over Facebook. And each of the admin groups for those particular groups will come up with their own plan. So look for a post in that group. I'm not going to own all of them. And then another thing that we're going to try and do, if we can, is ask you to transfer your content to the degree that you can. Don't just do a link or copy the post itself. That seems to create a link to the old group. What we really want to do is shut down old groups and get members transferred to new groups so that we can exorcise this particular individual completely. Once you have transferred any content that you think is still relevant over to the new group, then post in the old group, let them know that you are done, and we'll remove you from the old group, keep you in the new group, and hopefully that will be the best way to get rid of this individual's influence. Just wanted to insert that in there real quick. Our goal really is to close down the old groups and get rid of them completely so there's no confusion going forward. We really hope that all of you can make it over to the new groups that your admin will post in the old group about. See you in the new groups, guys. So that is the short news that I wanted to share with you. I hope you will join me in the new groups. I would like your help as membership. If you have the ability to take your content and transfer it to the new group, gosh, we'd really appreciate that. We have a bunch of stuff, archived in our spreadsheets. A lot of our information was kept offline. And for example, recently in the M45A1 decommission group, I have taken the pictures that were archived by one of our admins and published them in a way that anybody has access to them, so it's not stuck in Facebook. The other challenge that we've been having as admins and moderators, and maybe you've noticed this, but right now with Facebook, any picture that includes a firearm has been labeled as potential spam. And I believe the reason that they're doing this is because there have been some very public statements by that company that they are trying to crack down on sales of items that go against their terms of service. I want to point out, these items are not illegal to sell. There is no legal problem with the ability to list a piece of private property. Let's say I wanted to sell these scissors. It's no different than selling scissors online. But politically, there is baggage associated with that, because what people think of when they hear illegal online firearms sales is not what happens in any of our groups, because we don't allow sales in any of our groups. So anyway, Facebook has been taking all of any post that has a picture of a firearm, putting them into or marking them as potential spam. From an admin or moderator standpoint, you may or may not get notified that a post or a response or anything like that has been put into potential spam. You have to go look for it. So thanks, Facebook, for pissing off our members who think, hey, I posted something 3 days ago and nobody's, it's still not showing up on the website. Well, that's why, because by default, Facebook has an algorithm, probably using artificial intelligence, that says this thing is going to be marked as potential spam. And what they do is they use that to take your group away from you. So they'll say, hey, moderator or admin, you have been approving posts that look like sales posts to us, so we're going to shut your group down. Anyway, the problem is, the purpose of the groups that I'm in is to learn about and socialize, learn about firearms, learn more about firearms that you're interested in, and socialize with other people who have the same interest as you. And that is the whole stated purpose of Facebook to begin with. So anyway, that is another reason why I'm creating new groups. We'll probably have backup groups as well, because our experience has shown that you may wake up one day and find that a post that you made 3 years ago is no longer on the correct side of history, and Facebook will axe that. So this message is mainly for members of the groups. People who are not members of the groups, you may find this interesting and entertaining. People who are members of the groups, hopefully you'll get some solace in the fact that the person perpetrating, if you haven't gotten your patch and or coin, I'm sorry, you never will. That's just the nature of what happened. There are other people who are out, $10,000 or more, and the person who used to own the groups that I were in is now currently serving time in a federal prison for that specific crime. I'm not saying that the other things he did were crimes. I'm just saying that there are many people who didn't get stuff that they have paid for. Draw your own conclusion. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in new groups. Thank you very much.